Hi, my name is Janai Lane, founder of Spirit Coach Training. I want to share with you a technique that I use to get out of fear, overwhelm, anger, anything that's coming up that feels like it's pulling us out of our center, out of our source. And I want to share a little story with you first about how I came up with this technique. And this was years ago. I was leading a retreat in Brazil with about 25 people, and it was a healing retreat. And if you've ever been to a healing retreat before, you know that there can be what's called healing crisis. Well, it seems like everybody on the retreat was on a healing crisis at the same time, including my partner who was facilitating with me. So it was me with all these crises going on at the same time. And I remember that I was completely overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. And I went into the little chapel and I began to sob. And I was just sobbing, sobbing, sobbing. And then my eyes were closed and I could feel these hands holding my face, these such loving hands just holding my face like this. And it was the most astounding love. And I opened my eyes to see who was there, and no one was there. And then I closed them again, and the same thing. I could feel this presence, this angelic presence, this female presence, this beauty, this light, just loving me. Just I felt this unconditional love. I felt this reminder of my goodness and my godness inside of me. And I became soothed. I became relaxed. I became peaceful. And I was able to return to the retreat renewed and connected again to my center, my source. So now, what I want to share with you is a tool that you can use anytime when you're going into that place of not knowing what to do, of overwhelm, where you've forgotten your light, your goodness. So it's a lot like how you would hold a baby, right? So what you do is as soon as you're feeling that sense of overwhelm, you begin to hold yourself. Now you can do it in one of two ways. You can just hold your heart like this, just very lovingly with your hands open, right? Much like you would hold an infant, that kind of feeling with a solidity, but also a gentleness, a lovingness. Or you can put your hands on your face. And this has a chemical reaction in your brain when you do this, where you very gently, it helps you to feel a sense of holding, a sense of love. So you do that and you begin to bring in and recall. For me, it's the Holy Mother, it's the Divine Mother. For you, it might be an angelic presence. It might be someone who you feel is unconditionally loving with you. Whatever is true for you, but you call them in, you call their presence in with you. And it's as if they're holding you. Their hands move on top of your hands. Their hands hold your face. And this holding, this nurturing, this loving ourselves back into wholeness, back into our source, our connection, and into our goodness. Because when we remember our goodness, we remember our godness, the divine within us. And from here, we can be relaxed, peaceful, and flow back into the folds of our day-to-day life and have so much more success in everything we do, in every relationship we have. So try this technique. It's very powerful, especially when you repeat it often. Thank you for listening, and namaste. Blessings, dear one.